Hey guys, Ryan from Recovery Tattoo. Welcome back with another one. I got another festy story. Plus, I got a dope design here. Um, we got an outline of the Monopoly Man, gangstered out Monopoly Man, carrying a sack full of dough. Some chains and a top hat and his blunt. And then we got this beautiful skull with the rose coming out of its mouth, with bones and an X behind it, covered in spider webs. I think that's coming out really nice. I like it so far. And then, as you see, I have other things that I'm working on as well, but I try to keep it somewhat controlled because I like to finish projects. The only reason why I start other ones is because I get excited or that's really it. Is I just get excited and I like to have some nights I feel like lining, some nights I feel like shading, sometimes I feel like it doesn't matter. So that plays a part too. But it's all good. When I have multiple unfinished things going, it's also motivation. It makes me want to finish, right? All right, cool. So I'm going to be using the Injecta Flight Nano Elite with the 4.0 cam, stainless steel rigid drive bar, Ambition battery grip. We're going to use an Ozer standard 3-round liner long taper. I'm still testing out these needles. It's the second one, so I'm still giving it a shot, seeing if I like it. We might throw a, depending on how this Ozer cartridge works, which it worked pretty decent the last time too. And it's got these, I like this right here, the little grippy thing. Inken has them on there. There's a lot of brands that have them on there. I like that. Anyways, but their boxes, I'll show you if you guys want sometime. I can do unboxing on a bunch of different products because I have a lot stocked up. So anyways, nice pretty gold and black box. I haven't really heard much about Ozer until just recently when they did a collaboration with OG Produce. They did I guess they made a battery for the Fury 2, like an upgraded battery or something. Because I have the Jason Ramos OG Produce Fury 2 with the Fall Harbor motor in it, and it doesn't have an Ozer battery. This is it right here. See what I mean? I have the Jason Ramos edition, chromed out. I got the one with the Fall Harbor motor in it, not the OG Produce Custom, whatever motor they have in it, if you want a cheaper version of it. But I guess right after this came out, they did a collaboration with, because this is already a collaboration with Fall Harbor and Jason Ramos and Dynamic already. So I guess they came out right after. I bought this right when it came out. The Fall Harbor motor was the deciding factor. Anyways, I guess right after this they came out with a collaboration with Ozer, and Ozer did a battery. I guess I don't know how much better it is. I mean, this battery is pretty awesome. It's got a massive LCD light. LCD screen. You see, it's different colors. You got the hard and soft hit. You got it all. The timer, the battery, it does it all. And it's like a 2500 mAh or something like that battery. It's over 2000 for sure. It's 22 or 24 or something. It's something like that. I've never had a battery run out on me, ever. Actually, that's not true. I've had a used one run out on me before. So anyways, how's everybody been? Good? Bad? My whole life's been up and down. I could fucking go on and on and on, but whatever, it is what it is. Here we go. I'm gonna tell a festival story about the first time I candy flipped, which for you non-drug addicts out there, what candy flipping means is it's when you take LSD and ecstasy at the same time. So that high combined, doing both of those drugs at the same time, is called candy flipping. It's been that way for years. They have another one called hippie flipping, and that's LSD and mushrooms at the same time. And they have hobo flipping, and that's like, then they're introducing meth and acid and stuff like that. I don't, fuck all that. Back in this time, I was just very much an opiate addict and hiding it, trying to be a hippie that just did hallucinogenics and sold weed. And every festival time when I came back, I would have exotic drugs for sale. So I sold weed, and then multiple times throughout the year, I would have, LSD, ecstasy, Molly, mushrooms, exotic stuff that you can't really get in the town that I'm in. So let's get this freaking going. I can't wait. I'm a little tired, but we're gonna do this and try to not make it too long. I'm noticing that the tattoos, aren't much of them are done when I try to keep the video down to like 30 minutes and stuff. So what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna time lapse at the end of some of my stories. If I'm still gonna be tattooing, I'm gonna time lapse the rest of it at the end of the story. So I don't have to, every time I make hour-long videos, I could do easily, and I love to do it. I could sit here and talk while I tattoo for sure, but I don't think, my longer videos don't get as many views, and I understand. It is what it is. So we're gonna work on this Monopoly Man. I got everything. I think I got everything. Let's get it all set up. I hope this is the first time I'm not starting with a full battery. I have another one that's full, ready to go. This one's half used because I was tattooing yesterday. So, okay. Oh, it's already down to 1 bar. All right, I'm gonna pause this and just switch out I'm just gonna switch out the battery so we don't have a problem in the middle of this. 1 bar is not good enough. All right, guys, 1 second. All right, here we go. New battery in, needle in. Gonna start around 6 volts for shading. I feel like with my injector, I gotta, like, on one of my pen machines, on one of my stronger pen machines, I would probably run like 5.5. I feel like I have to run the injector a little bit higher voltage sometimes, but no problem. Like, this is such a sick setup. I don't know why I don't see more people doing this with these rotary machines. You know what I mean? This is way lighter and way better than a pen machine. I mean, I love my pen machines. I have 4 pen machines. But these with a battery grip, I mean, just think about it. I mean, even I have a V3 Extreme. You guys seen it in my other ones. I mean, even the bigger ones that are like made for cable, throw a battery grip on there, and then you got, like, you basically got the strength of a coil machine.
I need help. I took this video at like 2:30 this morning, and
in the feel. And there's just no beating the weight. There's no beating the weight. Period. You're not getting lighter than this. It's just no way gonna happen. And then not only that, when you're set up like this, all of your weight is right here in the battery and your grip, which is perfect. You don't have all this weight. You don't have any weight at the top. It's distributed down at the bottom, which helps. All you tattooers out there know what I'm talking about. Okay, boom. So, the time I was going to all the festivals, like I was telling you guys, I never missed one. I brought hundreds of people to their first one, because to me it was literally like, I couldn't talk it up enough. It was, festivals to me were my entire life. I looked forward to it all year. Like, it just, I had never been to like anything like it. I've just never been to a place. It was basically a drug addict's fucking heaven, literally. Where else can you go where every drug in the world is literally within 2 feet of you? Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it sounds like I'm glorifying it, but this is when I was a kid, and this is just how I thought of things back then. It's just drugs fucked me up, and I had to, whatever. I still had some good times, but anyways, this is the time. So I was up there, right, doing my thing. I'm up there, me and my friend, right, the one I told you I would bring to all of them. We would quit our job over it and shit, and have so many times. So for you that have never been to like a hippie festival, I'm sure that you've heard of them, and if you haven't, it's basically a concert, but nobody famous is playing on the stage. It's more underground jam band, hippie music, like Lazy Lightning. I've seen them play a bunch of times. They're a Grateful Dead cover band. The Brew. They've played in a lot of like bars in certain cities and shit. Somewhat known. The Rhythm Ship's another one. Anybody that's an old Harry Brown fan or Hillcat will know what I'm talking about. And again, for those of you that don't know what a Hillcat is, it's what we would call like regulars that went to that festival, and that were respectful and came every time and know everybody, like the locals and shit like that. You call yourself, you become a Hillcat. Because like I said, it's a massive field in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere, but it is all on a hill. The whole thing is a fucking hill. So you're either walking uphill or walking downhill. No matter what, it's one or the other. So anyways, I'm at one of these one time, right? And to break it down a little more to people that don't know what it's like or never been, I mean, it's a literal drug. Like, it doesn't have to be all about that. Like, I see people, there's hundreds of people that come with, like, their fucking kids and shit. But, I mean, I wouldn't do that. But you can go there. It doesn't have to be about that. It doesn't have to be about the drugs. You can just go there and, smoke weed or not. And just, buy some cool shit at the vendors and listen to good music and meet awesome people. I mean, that's really what it's about, too. And they don't allow, and when I say that, they just do their best, but everything's basically allowed to be sold openly when it comes to drugs, except for what we would call hard drugs. So nothing like no cocaine, no heroin, no meth, no fucking no shit like that. Basically, like, they just just wanted it. Basically, it was hallucinogens and like mushrooms and weed and LSD and shit like that. They're not about it's not about that. Like when you go to one of these places, like it really is amazing. Like forget about the drug aspect. Like you meet the coolest people from all over the place, and everybody's just in like the greatest mood, and everybody's just willing to help you if you need it, or everybody's just smiling and in a good mood, and there is no yelling or fighting or fucking problems, or it's just all good vibes the entire time. And I don't know about you, but I've never ever been to anywhere like that before in my life, still now, where everybody just loves you and will give you the shirt off their back if you need it, without even knowing your name. Just everybody's like that. It's freaking unbelievable. I haven't gone in many years now because, I ended up, one, getting busted and going to jail, and, becoming a junkie got worse, and, haven't gone in a long time. But, so, this fucking time I'm up there, and so like I said, it's basically it's like an open air drug market, and there's still the other drugs there. It's just more on the down low. You can find any and everything, even like shit you've never heard of. There's gonna be people running around saying, acid doses, tabs, fucking, Molly, fucking, whatever they got. You're gonna hear that shit. You're gonna hear like, whatever they got. People are just gonna be yelling out what they got, and it's that wide open, right? So it's just an unlimited amount of drugs. Every 5 feet, there's a drug dealer selling some type of something. And so when you're a drug addict, something like that, on top of like all the good vibes thing, and it's just like feeling like these people care about you and they don't even know you. Like everybody you talk to, it just doesn't matter. Every time you can stop every 5 seconds and meet somebody new, and no matter what, it's all gonna be love. Always. It's freaking amazing. I never experienced something like that before in my life, or ever seen that. So the first time I candy flipped, I also did it intravenously. It was the first time me doing both at the same time, and it was also the first time I did it intravenously, which, for those of you that don't know what that means, it means I broke down the LSD and the ecstasy into liquid form, and shot it. With a hypodermic needle. So I did that, and it was fucking. It's hard for me to describe that feeling because I also did it intravenously. So it hit me immediately, and all of a sudden, I don't know if you guys like picture this. I don't know. All right, so we're gonna throw it back old school. So Polaroid pictures, right? So for those of you people that know what a Polaroid photo is, those instant photos, the first ones, they like did it back in the day. Take a photo and the thing spits it out, let it hit some oxygen, wave it around and it comes to. like, I don't know if it's a weird reference, but I don't know if you've ever seen one of those like melt or on fire. What it does is, and what it looks like is, um, it looks like colors. Like when you light the photo on fire, it's like all the colors that are in the photo like bubble and pop and away, and you can see it. And that's exactly what happened to my vision. Like before I even set the needle down, my vision just goes to straight. I can't. All I can see is melting and bubbling colors. I couldn't see who was sitting right in front of me. None of that. And the rush, that was it was gnarly experience. And listen, I do not suggest anybody do that. That was one of many of the dumbest things I could do, man. If you're gonna take drugs or whatever, listen, I can't stop you. I don't suggest it. It's really what I'm all about here. But if you're gonna go out there and do your thing, man, just eat it. Just eat it. Just eat it. You don't need to go and be as extreme as I was. You just don't. It's not needed. So anyways, boom. I finally get my vision back. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great from the ecstasy. And I'm tripping sack. Like no gradual like it is when you eat it. Like I just went from completely normal to peak tripping and rolling at the same exact time. It was fucking insane. And so once I get my vision and get my bearings back and shit, and you know what else? I was so bad. I had to do it that way so badly that I brought a fucking a comforter to put over my entire vehicle, so that way no one would see that I was using a needle. You know what I mean? Because that was obviously frowned upon too. But it's also something that I had to do. You know what I mean? Like at the time, it was so fucking stupid. Anyways, so that's how I did it. Otherwise, people would just see that you're sitting there fucking shooting up. There's just no way. There's no other way to do it without getting caught. So, boom, we do all that. I get out of the car. I put the fucking comforter away, and I start making my fucking rounds, man. I'm out of my fucking mind. And there's unbelievable music playing. I remember it was chilly. I remember my boy said he was gonna go for a walk, and that would happen often. Him and I could like look at each other and like we could talk telepathically. Like that's how we could just look at each other and know what we want or need or what each other are feeling or thinking. It was awesome. So he would look at me and I know that he's just going to go roam for a bit, and that's cool. I'm going to do the same thing. See you around like in a little bit. So whatever. I go up to the stage, I'm jamming out, rah, 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 right? I'm rolling around on the ground. I'm just having such a beautiful time. You know, I'm in heaven, right? And, no word of a fucking lie. I get up and I walk back to my car. Like, I actually do a couple of laps. I'm looking for my friend because I think like I'm gonna do a line or I'm gonna smoke or I'm gonna do some drugs. And like I always made sure that my best friend that was with me, like we did everything together. and I couldn't fucking find him. I mean, it was like, 2 in the morning or whatever at this time, but I couldn't find him. And it was never that way. I could always find him, or he would be back at the car, which is the home base. And so, whatever, I couldn't find him, and so I jump in my car to smoke or do a line or whatever I was gonna do, which takes me a long time to do when you're tripping out like that. Like, it's hard to comprehend regular things, like doing things like cutting up a line of cocaine is like a fucking task if you don't fuck it up badly and like drop everything, anyways. So I can't find him, so I was like, whatever, I'll just give him one when I see him. I get in my car and I start it. And this was in like October, so it was chilly. It gets chilly at night in October. I get in my car and start it for the heat, so I can like roll one or pack a bowl and like get something to cut up a line on or whatever, Get ready to be comfortable, because I already know it's going to take me a minute and I don't want to lose nothing, so I'm going to take my time. So whatever, that's not the point. I get in the fucking car and start it for the heat, and then all of a sudden, my boy is at the fucking window. My best friend, the kid I've been looking for, he's at the fucking window. And he's like knocking. He's like, let me in. And I fucking let him in. I'm like, bro, I've been looking for you for like an hour. I'm like, where have you been? He was underneath my fucking car. He couldn't, I guess my car was locked and he couldn't find me. And he fucking got like on the ground and rolled up into a ball and got up underneath my vehicle to wait for me. I was like, no fucking way. I couldn't believe it. And so he gets in the car, whatever, we're shooting the shit, doing the thing, we smoke, we do a line, whatever, we're talking about, we're just laughing, having a good time, tripping sack, getting warming up, and all this. And so we finish up, we put everything away, get my backpack together, zip everything up, get ready, get out, lock the car, lock the keys in my backpack, right? Can't lose those. Got to make sure, because we're fucked up and we can't like lose our shit. We got to make sure that we're okay at the end still, things like our wallet, keys, phone, ID, there's certain things you still got to fucking keep track of. So anyways, we get out the fucking car, and I remember this like it was yesterday. We get out the car and walk about, I don't know, for like 60 seconds, and all of a sudden, all you can hear is screaming and yelling from a 360, from everywhere, from all over the place. And like I said, by now it's like 2:30, 3 a.m. There's fucking helicopters coming and showing up with their spotlight. There's cops running in from every angle of the woods, all around us with their fucking flashlights and guns, fucking screaming at everybody to fucking, get on the ground, whatever. So they're fucking raiding the field. That's what's happening. They're trying to raid the field. So I can barely believe it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, no fucking way. I'm like, fucking A. Like, this can't be real. Is this real? Like I said, like, I didn't think for a second that I was hallucinating that, because like I've explained to you guys before, that's not what That's not what these drugs do to you. You don't see things that aren't there. It's the things that are there that look different is a better way to explain it. There are drugs that'll take you out of this world and make you see things that aren't there, but LSD and mushrooms and like all the regular ones that people think do that they don't do that. That's not what it's like. And so anyways, I'm freaking out once I start getting my bearing. And my buddy's like, what the fuck, bro? Fuck. And everybody's running different directions every which way. And we're like in the middle of the field. Him, my boy and I. So they're not running right up on us. But they're dropping out of motherfucking helicopters, guys. I'm not fucking kidding you. They were coming out of every direction of the woods and fucking dropping out of like 2 or 3 helicopters. Definitely more than 1 helicopter. It was unbelievable. So what happened was even in my fucking, I was as fucked up as I was still able to get my bearings for a second, right? Think about the situation, about what's going on. I know that everything that I have to worry about is all together in one thing in a small backpack that I have on. I don't have like shit spread out in every pocket. I don't have, I'm not like that. I was organized. All my shit was put away and together and in one area on me. So I try to just like forget that everything is vibrating and all the colors are mixing together and the flashlights are totally tripping me out and making me fucking, it was a scene. And it was gnarly being at that type of emotional peak that hallucinogen and then having this happen. I don't think this has happened to too many people, especially in the state of mind I was in. No fucking way. Unbelievable. So it's a totally gnarly, I don't know the word I'm trying to use right now, but it was like a melee. Everybody's running and flipping out. Nobody's listening to the police. The police are trying to get everybody to lay down. There's like a few people that they first ran up on and shit or whatever that like they got. But everyone else, they were just having to run around and chase everybody, right? And so what they ended up getting on the loudspeaker and they were like, they wanted fucking everybody to get into single file lines. They wanted everybody in single file lines for searches. They wanted to fucking search everybody. And they were having no luck. People were just running around, right? And so I'm like freaking out. I'm like, they want to do body searches? What the fuck? Right? I'm like, fuck all that, right? And so like, I'm like, yo, let me go try this one thing. All right, so listen, I thought I was fucked up, but still, something in my brain told me, go. I mean, either way, you want to get rid of the shit on you. There was shit. I was tripping over people's bags of drugs and shit. So I run. Like, they're starting to get people in lines now. Like, they're starting to wrangle everybody up. And so I ditch it. I run to my car. I open it up. I fucking whip my backpack in there. Put all the windows up and everything. Lock the fucking car and fucking pocket the keys, right? So boom, and then I get away from my car because I don't even want to be associated with it. I'm going to not even say I have a car there, right? So I fucking jump in one of the fucking lines. And they're long, man. I mean, they had, you know, a bunch of lines going, but with a shitload of people in each one. And people that didn't get to ditch their shit yet, their only chance was right then in line because I mean, there were long lines. So people were just like literally reaching in their pockets and or whatever, like trying to be slick and just dropping it right there on the fucking ground. it's not like there was cops on every single person. There was just cops everywhere. And it was dark, pitch black. And so I ran to my fucking car and threw my backpack, which had every single illegal thing in it possible, in my car, and I lock it. So I jump back into a fucking line. Cops are screaming at everybody. And there's just fucking, all of a sudden it looks like, it looked insane. The amount of shit that was on the ground is just insane. Like, because back then, like, even like having a pipe on you was gonna get you arrested, like a weed pipe. Like, so there was just everything all over the ground. It was unbelievable. So whatever, we get up to the cops. They're fucking running their mouth. They're fucking flipping out. They're fucking searching us. Sorry for I'm probably swearing a lot. My bad. I'm not, all my videos get copyrighted anyway. So I don't do this. I don't do this for money. Anyways, so so keep in mind, I can hardly see straight. I mean, I can see, like I said, these drugs don't take your vision away. That's not the kind of hallucinations they are. That's not what it's like. It's not like what TV and movies portray the shit to be. At all, actually. So, I could still see, but I was off my fucking rocker, man. Like, my heart was racing. I was having a panic attack, freaking out about the whole situation. Plus, I was fucking pretty much as fucked up as a human being could be and still stand, I guess, and walk and talk. Right? So, and that's disgusting. It's not a bragging thing. It just is what it is. This is part of my story. I had to go through this kind of shit to get clean, I guess. I wouldn't take nothing I've ever done back. Not even the prison time. Not even the bad things that have happened to me, because they've molded me who I am and who I am today. If I didn't go through everything I went through, who knows what I'd be like right now. I wouldn't be like who I am now. And that and my old man. Anything good about me came from my old man. That's just a fact. He raised me well, and when it comes to being a man and being honorable, you know. Definitely got all that from my dad, for sure. And then, so anyway, what happens is somebody got hip to the one flaw. These cops fucked up. They made a massive mistake, and I'm going to tell you what it is right now. These cops made the biggest mistake ever, right? So when I tell you when I tell you what I'm about to tell you, let me know if you knew right away what I'm talking about and what that means. Let me know if you got it immediately in the comments before I break it down right now. So they got a warrant for the field, for that address. So technically, they can only search the people and any type of build, like if there was houses or buildings on that land that was registered to that land, right? Could be searched. But everybody's vehicle was a personal safe. Everybody's car, if it was locked, you were safe. It didn't matter what the fuck. Everybody that got to their car, which was a lot of people, was able to keep all of their shit, no problems, no questions. Because to search a vehicle of a what's the word I'm going to use? To search a vehicle of one of ours, like of a patron, of a, you know, one of the people that are just there for the concert, they would need a warrant already filled out and signed by a judge to search that person's car. You know, with the registration number, the VIN number, that person's full name, and, you know, all of that needed to be done. Otherwise, they can't search nobody's vehicle. They fucked up. And so I heard somebody talking about it. And I was like, oh my God, that's right. Because like I said, I was fucked all the way off. I wasn't thinking logistically. I could barely keep it together. I kept it together enough to get rid of my shit, lock my fucking car, and get away from my car. Because my car also wasn't registered to me. So when you ran it, it wasn't me that it came up. So anyways, I did that with every car. I've like always done that. Anyways, so I'm like, oh my God, that's fucking sweet. Yeah. Like I'm sitting there thinking after all this, they're going to start fucking nailing cars because they know what this is about. We know this has been going on for years. They know what it's about. They know what goes on here. Like it was really just a matter of fucking time. But it was fucking hilarious to be part of it when they didn't get no arrests. Because, like I said, the people that didn't get to their cars or away from the cops just dropped their shit on the ground and walked away. And just walked away. That's it. Free and clear, nothing else on you. You're good. I mean, you might lose your shit. You're probably losing your shit if you do that, but that's better than getting arrested, right? So, let me tell you that this was a fucking gnarly many hours of time this took. For them to fucking leave with the sun coming up, with nobody arrested, when there was hundreds and hundreds of people, all of them either drug dealers or drug users, period, because of the car thing. They have no idea who's there. They're not gonna fucking go and come back. Like, they didn't get anything. So no judge is gonna sign no personal warrants for people's personal vehicles. They should have done that the first time. They fucked up. And so a lot of people lost out on a bunch of shit. A bunch of people came up a bunch of shit because ground scores that weekend. Whoa. You know, you were finding fucking everything. You were finding everything. Every 6 inches was somebody's sack or you know, some type of container with shit in it, some type of drug. Everything all over the place. Insane. And that was a very nerve-wracking time, and I'm not sure how I would have handled it if I mean, I was as fucking messed up as could be, man. Like I said, it was my first time candy flipping, and like, I've done acid a whole bunch of times prior, I've done ecstasy a whole bunch of times prior, but I had never done them both at the same time yet, and I hadn't IV'd either one of them yet either. So I don't suggest that because that was very, very intense and dangerous. I could have shot up straight strychnine and just died. That was probably, I mean, I've actually ended up doing it several times on and after, but you know, that's almost more dangerous than the fentanyl crisis, because these chemicals, you know, are very easily faked and very easily can be sold. Somebody can call it something and it can be literally anything. You know, LSD comes on a fucking piece of paper, you know, or a sugar cube, or a liquid. So, I mean, the drug kits now, that's the best way to go. Most festivals you go to now, you know, at the vendors, you can buy the drug test kits. It's like $25, and you can test all your drugs and make sure you're doing at least what you think you're doing. And so, yeah, that was a fucking gnarly time. We're at 45 minutes. I probably should have tried to wrap this up a bit ago. I'm just having fun with this tattoo and I haven't thought about this in a long time. But that was quite a gnarly night because of the candy flip and having to go through a fucking literal raid during it. Was insane. And then to get away with everything, for everybody to get away with everything, it was awesome. Like, we had the guys on the stage, like, fuck you pigs, get the fuck out of here, you fucking piece of shit, fuck you, fucking trying to fuck, because they just, you know, whatever. Cops were trying to do their job, but they could just leave the hippie fest alone, you know. And they ended up not getting anything that they wanted anyways, right? So, bang, I'm gonna cut it here because my longer videos nobody watches. Let me know what you think of this. Let me know what you think of anything, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm gonna continue tattooing for a little bit, so I'll throw a time lapse of the rest of what I do on the end of this video when I go to edit it, and then I'll put it out in the morning. All right, Ryan from Recovery Tattoo. Love you guys. Out. Oh yeah, one last thing I just want to throw in the end. These Ozer cartridges are coming out, are shading pretty nice. What do you guys think? I mean, I'm far from done, but I mean, it's looking pretty good. I mean, look at that. Not one puncture. Thank you. Nice and solid. And I'm going to do a time lapse because I'm going to try to finish shading it because it's coming out really good. All right. Again, have a great night, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to hear to see next. If you don't, I'll just do whatever I feel. All right. Ryan, out.